Welcome to Verbal Pig Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. I want to discuss this friendship challenge that's going on Facebook. I don't do the challenges only simply because have so many other things going on and preparing for different shows and on the music side, on the movie documentary side, on the and then the time that it takes for you to enjoy enjoy your life, have fun, get out, do some of the things that you like to do, enjoy your hobbies or whatnot. So basically, no, I don't deal with or I don't do none of the challenges. I didn't even do it when I was younger, and they'd send you this note and say pass it on, or they'd write, I forgot what it was, but on a dollar bill, and if you don't pass this on, you'll be cursed and whatnot. I don't get involved in that, but I do appreciate those who included me in the friendship challenge, and I'll do mine verbally, and that's what it is. Everybody that's on my Facebook page, I consider them a friend. Everyone on my Instagram page, everyone that I've met in life, in this journey that we call life, I consider them a friend. And everyone that I've learned something from, I consider them friends. I consider, especially those who have businesses, whether it's in real estate, whether your business is in t-shirt production, clothing lines. As a matter of fact, I got to give a shout out to Graphic Graphics, high frequency performance wear, coming at you. So you definitely have to check that out. My boy Tay in the real estate, money financier, doing all of South Park, especially Christmas, but number one, foremost of all, Malmedy. All my partners in Carverdale, but look, all my partners that's not here no more, man, that's gone. For the Love Records, everybody that I ever did a song with, man, we partners. I mean, I've been doing, and this the tape, and this is why I'm so private in a sense, is because I've been doing music since 1998. And prior to that, I've dealt with entertainment or public, in a sense, since high school, really, since the 89, 90. In Germany, was getting involved in the music business and learning about how Germany read how you get things on radio and studio and whatnot, and some spots was really cheap down there, man, and they love down south music, especially Houston. So much love to K-Reno on the Germany scene, and to those in East Germany that hit me up for my content. That's what's up. But basically, that's what it is. But from the 90s and all the people you meet in your life that was good friends, and you still consider them friends because you didn't part on bad terms. It wasn't a scene where you hate each other's guts, or you wanna get gangster with it, as you may have got into it with some friends, but for the most part, nah. Man, big up to all my partners, from my homies to the sisters or the ladies, females that I've been friends with over the years. You know, best friend is my wife. You know, so what's up, friends and family? You know, cause you gotta imagine, man, I got over the amount of years I done had the pleasure of meeting so many people until, you know, I have to, in a sense, pull back, in a sense, just to have time for me and time to have creative thought to produce something, to put it back out in the public, but to show them that my style is about the people, and my style is basically about black people in general, and in righting a wrong that was done to black people. I mean, it's sad for the most part, and those who understand and know and won't lift the finger to change the reality that was put on black people and the hatred. When they say that race hate is a crime, I mean, it is a crime. Race hate is where you have people or a group of people who will sit in a room and just plot on ways to keep a particular race up under their feet, to serve them for their purpose. And the worst thing of all that was ever did to black people was a system that they used to erase our tradition, our history, basically erase our minds. Meaning, to the degree of that we don't understand where we came from, what we were a part of. We don't have that, let's say, that energy, that what they would say magic, that essence that tied us to universe and nature the way we did it back when we were building pyramids. Just the mere fact that they tried to lie and say the Egyptians was white, who built the pyramids and all that science, that they wasn't black, is a travesty within itself. Just the fact that at one point they tried to say Hannibal wasn't black, that Hannibal was white. All the greats, they tried to say that the Sphinx and with the black nose and the black lips, and even Gerald Massey back in the late 1800s told you that the Egyptians was black, and they ridiculed him in a way. So it's sad for another human being to discount the world to the achievements and the great buildings and architecture that black people did, just so they could parade around and claim that they were the inventors of it, when there's no record in history saying that. But that narrative has to keep being told, because the lie has to keep being propped up. Have to keep propping up the lie. And it's a shame, with all this technology, that we as a people are not picking up books and discovering who we are and discovering what we created and finding out what is our lineage. Some people only go as far back as their father. Some people only go as far back as their grandfather. You have to go back and study who you are, where you came from. If you came from a tribe, find that tribe. understand their ways, because the workings is in your DNA and your genetic structure. You might wonder why you do what you do, or some habits you may have, or some interest you may be interested in, and you're wondering, this fits me right. You saying, well, I get it from my dad. Well, where'd your dad get it from? Where'd his dad get it from? It goes all the way back to the Creator himself, but still, you have to know these things. The reason being is for the simple fact that knowledge is power, knowledge is self. Know thyself, and all I get is get understanding, get wisdom, knowledge, get understanding, grow as an individual, be, it was sad truth that we were robbed and stripped of that knowledge in order to give another being a head start on reality, a head start on life. We trying to close a 400-year gap and trying to get books at the forefront of the mind shouldn't be a hard task. That should be something that everyone wants, because you're gaining knowledge and wisdom, understanding through the pen or what was written down, and you can go back and use it as a reference or a directory or directions or a manual pertaining to life. It'll never spoil. It'll never go wrong. Universal laws. You always hear me talk about as above, so below, or if you think positive, you'll get positive. If you think negative, you'll receive negative. That's a universal law. That's what it means when it says, as a man thinketh, so is he. If he thinks highly of himself, then he'll attract good things towards him or herself. If he's or she is, what's that word? Have low self-esteem, a lack of confidence within themselves, then they'll attract that. And when I say they will attract that, I mean they will attract that wholeheartedly, meaning people. If you have low self-esteem, you're going to attract people around you who have low self-esteem. If you have confidence within yourself, you're going to attract confident people, and you'll be in a confident environment. If you have low confidence in yourself, you'll attract low confident people, and you'll attract more negative elements towards yourself. And thinking right doesn't cost you a dime. Where did we go to where we had the thoughts of not pulling each other down, but the negative thinking? Well, if you got someone standing over you for 400 years saying the black man never contributed anything to society, the black man never is worthless, the black man was in the jungles of Africa before the white man plucked them out of the trees, the black man has a feeble mind, the black man is not as smart as the white man, the black man can't do anything right. Then they reversed it and said, okay, look, for the black woman, your job now is to beat down the black man. The black man can't get anything right. The black man is lazy. If you getting beaten, bombarded with that for over 400 years, even though it was all a lie. But as Hitler said in Mein Kampf, you repeat a lie long enough, people will take it for the truth. I'm paraphrasing. So, it's proven. Lies been told so much that people actually started to believe the lie. The lie that, a lot of lies that was told. It was a lie told that Columbus discovered America. Come to find out, he never went to this part. He only stopped with that El Salvador. Further as he went. But after a while, they even made a song about it. But, it was taught in the history books. But truth, just like cream, it rises to the top. You can't suppress truth forever and don't think that it's going to surface to the top. That was the whole purpose of the saying, what's done in the dark shall come to the light. And there's nothing you can do about it. You are a God, but you're not the creator God. So you can't stop universal law. You might wish you could stop it. But if it's done in the dark, universal law says it will come to the light. So everything that was hidden and kept away from black people, it's coming to the light. It's just a matter of now, are we in such bad shape to where we refuse to believe what's true, because what's the truth is going against what our former or the former slave master taught. You get what I'm saying? The former slave master taught a lie that we believed in for 400 years. Now here you have somebody, let's say, and I like to reference Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Brother Farrakhan. Let's say you have knowledge that was given, privy to certain knowledge that was factual, and they come say, hey, no, this was a lie, this didn't happen, they lied about this, here go the truth. How would you receive that truth? Would you say, oh man, they just starting problems, talking against the white man like that? Would that be you? Because some people think like that. Some people say, oh no, man, they say, well, no one would lie to a people or do people that way. And they go back in history and show you, well, this man was castrated. This woman was had her baby cut out of her stomach. You mean if they could do that, changing up words or lying about facts to better fit their own personal agenda, you don't think they capable of going to such lengths as to do a certain act for their own selfish benefits, when slavery was for their own selfish benefit? You don't think look, y'all, for those of you all out there that was offended by me bringing up Jesus the Messiah and Jesus Barabbas, because it went against what European Christians taught. That's sad. Knowledge is power. Information is information. That's the purpose of this radio show. That's really the purpose of each human being, is truth. Put the truth out there, because the people are smart enough, intelligent enough, and able enough to discern what's real and what's not real. They can go back and research information for themselves and say, okay, this is true and this is not true. So it's almost saying that, how dare you go against what white folks taught us during slavery? Yeah, and in the end, it's almost as if that's what they're saying. How dare you go against what white folks taught my great 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 grandfather and mother, and they passed it on down to me to this day. So I believe the same thing that was taught to my lineage, my people during slavery back to the mid 1500s. I believe what the white man taught my people, I believe that to even today in 2017. To me now, and I'm not getting, and it's not a fight. It's not a fight. But to me, that sounds absurd. If you won't go and find out if he lied to you or not. Because he had he had a good reason to lie to you. Because he wants you to be his slaves. You think he's going to come tell you the truth? Look, Jesus was black. Black people were the first people on the planet. But wait, I do have to say this though. Now you had whites. Now I got to give the whites credit who were a scholar of truth or a truth seeker, like Gerald Massey. You have some who will go on YouTube and lay the truth out, and they'll say, yeah, so and so, the Moors, the Egyptians, yeah, is evidence, proof showing that they were black, showing the black people that were in the Bible. Then they say, now you will fight with black people because black people say, well, why is that important? To know who was black and who was white. Because they beat you down because you were black in order to send a false narrative saying that nothing ever good came from black people. Now hold on, before we go any further, let me get into this term black. Because sometimes people are offended by the term black. Black means essence. Black means the essence of all colors. Now, if you're saying that, now any other color that you may call yourself is not the essence. And so, that's fine. You can say, I'm this, I'm that, well, I'm this, I'm that color. That's fine. We're just saying that you are welcome into the essence of all colors because you have melanin, and it doesn't matter the degree of melanin in your skin that you have. From the lightest of the lightest to the darkest of the darkest, that melanin is essence of life, and that melanin has been called black. That's where that comes from. The essence of color of melanin, because melanin is a black substance. And you have it. It flows through you. It's part of this universe. And so when we deal with terms, or we want to pick the term that closest fits to saying original or beginning or first. That's why when we name things, we named it certain names, chemistry or chemic, and you studying that melanin, that dark matter, that essence. Now, when the European and was establishing his language, and when he was setting up for his rule, he came up with black as being negative or dead, right? So you right, by his law, his standard, and his terminology, he made black into a negative thing. So so I understand if you're saying if you're in Rome, do what the Romans do, and in Rome, black is negative. In Egypt, black was positive. In Rome, black became negative. Or in America, black became negative. But if Egypt or black or the land of the black, if that was before America, then why not deal with just the original? You don't that's why I believe, and I could be wrong, that's why you hear Brother Farrakhan say, you don't let no Johnny come lately start, and so we're start telling you what's what. When they came after the fact, you stick with the fact, the original fact, and roll with that. From my perspective. So, what I'm saying is, and what this whole conversation that we're conversing over today, what I'm basically saying is that everything is everything. I'm basically saying that at first, we have to build. We have to find ways to do business with one another. And I know it's painful to do business with former slaves or blacks with slave minds, or a black person trying to fight out that slave narrative that was put up on us by an evil slave master. And now we trying to put money on the table and do business together. I mean, it's hard because for one, through Willie Lynch, for one, they taught us first to distrust each other, and then look, that distrust for each other can be done. He set it up to where you can distrust a black person damn near on anything. You can say that person's too dark. I don't trust dark people. You can say that person's too light. I don't trust light people. They too close to white folk. You can say I don't trust nobody with big lips. Or you can say I don't trust nobody with thin lips. You can say I ain't doing business with nobody who live on these side of the tracks. I don't do business with people who live on this side of the track. I mean, it's just so many. It's just an array of things that we get hung up on why we won't do business with each other. The only reason you shouldn't do business with another black person, if the opportunity presents itself, as if that person is not their word is not bond, if they're always late, if what they present to you doesn't have any mathematics to it or on it, or it's not explained, because we have to realize the reason why you got to explain it is because we are not the same. So my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways. So you have to explain to me the objective so I can see the math in it and say, okay, yeah, let's push forward. We can do this. And then we have a timetable, then we monitor each other's progress. Now, because we only in this thing for success. Any other reason doesn't suffice. So if you're doing business with us, because you have to remember, man, we still repairing ourselves from over 460 years of abuse, from generation to generation, your DNA, your genetic coding carries that memory, and we pass it on to the next generation, but it's not as strong as it was when it first went down. So it's weaker and weaker, but you might still see some throughout different communities automatic. They don't know why, but they see a white person and might cross the street, or see a white person and got to put their head down, or they see a white person and have to make them feel like they very special because that was a place that they put black people in. And you have some blacks who to this day will want to show white people that I'm not out of my place. So they'll do extra things to try to get their approval. They'll speak to them, and hey, or they'll see a white person's child, and they're extra. Look at so and so. I didn't, go out their way because they still seeking approval from white people. Which, in actuality, to be honest and truthful with you all, that's embarrassing to white people. White people are embarrassed. They don't like when black people overdo it and give them unwanted praise, because they'll tell you in a minute, the truthful ones, I'm struggling just like you. I'm trying to make ends meet some money. I'm not. Look at me. I'm broke. And it don't feel good when you trying to put me on a pedestal just because I'm white, because I'm not feeling this white magic. Me being white not giving me millions of dollars. Me being white not getting me off this corner with a sign asking for money. I mean, it could be a white person on a corner with a sign saying help, need food, and you still have a black person ride by them cheesing, waving like, ooh, now that's good white people. And they like, they'll play that for that dollar. They'll play the act. You want me to be your white Jesus? Just drop $1 in the pot. Or you would have a black person ride up to them, and they're on the corner begging, and a black person shake their head and say, that's a shame. Ain't no good white person supposed to be out on the corner begging. That's that slave gene that done kicked in you that you got to try to get rid of some kind of way. I mean, I found personally what's most effective is reading. I mean, read your Quran, read Message to the Black Man, read Torchlight for America. But read Anthony Broader, The Broader Files. Read Consequence by yours truly, Vince Cole Muhammad. But read. That's all I'm saying. That's the only thing that's gonna beat the beast. This is not a we're not in a race to compete with each other to see how we can outdo each other. We do what we do because that's what we do, and when we go into it, we expect the best outcome. So we don't, or when I judge, I'm not judging you based on some ill or some misdefect or some type of jealousy or whatnot. If I'm going to judge somebody, I'm judging them based on how can this person be beneficial to a cause by their action. Will dealing with this person be a positive and lead me to positive thinking, or will dealing with this person leads me to a negative? And you gotta watch that too, in a sense, because that too is tricky. And the reason being is because you can talk about something positive But it can come off negative when it's the first time someone hears it. And that's back to the Jesus Barabbas and the Jesus the Messiah. I had to understand the first time people heard that Barabbas' name was Jesus, son of the Father, and that you had two people named Jesus on the cross. People looked at me like, you Satan, that's blasphemy. Man, is that devil worship? Man, that's evil. Jesus condemning you to hell. I got it all. But since I do a radio show, sometimes I talk to people. It got in the habit, as if I'm doing a radio show, and it's done subconsciously, not consciously. But it is what it is. But trust me, I don't mean any harm at all. Because back to what we were talking about in the beginning, I got a lot of friends. I got a lot of friends. So I deal with everybody as if I'm dealing with a friend. They might not see me as their friend. I don't have anything to do with that. I'm just simply saying, I'm going to treat you the way I do all my friends. And, and deal with it straight up. And you have to tell me, man, I don't want to hear that right now, or that's not me, or so and so, because I understand those that still stuck in the Willie Lynch mindset. Those that stuck in the Willie Lynch mindset are the ones who sit around and wait for something bad to happen so they can have something to talk about and further slander someone's name, or if they're doing it, they want to find a way to involve you so they won't be the only one, because they want you in it too. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what that is. But basically, for the most part, a good friend, or we would have the duty of a civilized person. What's a civilized people? What's going on, y'all? What's the duty of a civilized person? And that's to teach the uncivilized. So that's basically the purpose of the aim, of the goal, of the step of what we got to do. You know what I mean? Is teach one another truth, regardless if people agree or disagree. But it's not personal, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This is what we do, and we do this to and for everyone. So this is Vero Pick Radio. Once again, shout out to all my friends as we get close to the end, as it shows you that I've been rapping for some years, and the fact that sometimes rhyme, it just comes through my mind, then I drop it. But everything I drop, it is always on time. Vero Pick Radio, and we out.